Hello, fans. This is Hall of Famer Ron Simmons, and you are listening to WNS Podcast. And if you're not listening, that's just one word for you. Damn!
You're listening to the official Wrestling News Source podcast. For all of your information, go to WrestlingNewsSource.com or check us out on Facebook by searching WrestlingNewsSource.com or WNS Podcast. You can also find us on YouTube, Twitter, Stitcher, and iTunes by searching Wrestling News Source Podcast or WNS Podcast. Now being broadcast in over 45 different countries, here are your hosts, Daniel Herron, Tyler Abear, and Doug.
That's right. What's up, everyone? I am Daniel Herron.
Tyler Abear. Doug.
And welcome you to episode 245, the official podcast for WrestlingNewsSource.com. For all your information, go to WrestlingNewsSource.com. Check us out on Facebook, WrestlingNewsSource.com. You can find us on Facebook, WNS Podcast, on YouTube, WNS Video, and on iTunes, Wrestling News Source Podcast. Got it!
We're on Stitcher, Beyond Pod, and Player.fm. Just search Wrestling News Source Podcast to find us.
Follow the podcast on Twitter at WNS Podcast. Daniel's at WNS_Daniel. Tyler_Abear.
Yeah, so there you go. So welcome to the show. Got plenty to talk about this week. Going to dive into some feedback, talk about Raw. Got a little bit of Q&A as well.
2K16.
2K16, and I guess Total Divas?
Yes.
Perhaps?
Yes.
Yeah, some Total Divas. All right. So good stuff. So welcome to the show. How you guys doing?
I'm doing good.
Oh, good. Yeah, good. How about you, Doug?
Whatever.
Oh, okay. You doing all right?
I'm right.
Hanging in there? Ready to get this show underway?
Yeah.
All right. So
I'm ready for 2K16.
ready for 2K16.
So far away, though.
Yeah.
I know it's just the end of the month, but it's going to take forever.
It'll get here. Be patient.
I'm not patient.
You've been patient so far, I guess.
It's like I've been patient up to like...
Have you already reserved it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the beginning of October.
Have you reserved and paid it off?
No.
How much is in it?
How much have I paid?
Yeah.
$5.
Oh. Well, I guess you're not too anticipated.
I'm going to pay it like my second check of the month, the 25th, and I'll pay it off.
All right. Good deal. Good to know.
I'm going to do some research on
Yeah?
the 27th.
Okay.
I'm going to play it all day.
Yeah.
Prepare to talk about it.
So then, yeah, you can come in and we'll get right into it.
Right into it, yeah?
Yeah.
Off the first topic?
Well, maybe not then, but,
Okay.
you know, it will be the first day that you can talk about it. And,
I know we were talking about this a while before the show, but what we need to get together,
yeah.
play,
Yeah.
maybe some listeners, some listeners that want to get in. Maybe we can get some, like, you know, their name on the network, and we can play with them and get chat going and stuff, and put it on
Twitch.
That's it.
Yeah.
Get Ryan.
Nah?
Nah.
You don't want to do that?
One thing.
I don't know. I wasn't even listening to what you were talking about.
One thing.
I was reading some weird stuff on the Facebook feed.
I think not last year, but like the years before, I feel like I'll always beat him, but he mastered the reversals and he got me. I think he beat me most of the time for 2K15.
Pretty much all the time.
All the time. Yes. Yeah, he did.
All of the times.
So I couldn't master it, but now I'm ready to.
Well, I remember for 13, or no, it was 14, excuse me. Yeah, for 14, it would be the three of us facing each other one-on-one. Mm-hmm. And we would have to win 2 games in a row. But for some reason, like, Doug would always beat you, you would always beat me, and I would always beat Doug, or some degree of that nature.
We kept on doing the same thing over and over.
Yeah. And so when it got to the other, like, if I were to beat Doug, I would then have to beat Tyler, but I could never beat Tyler, so he would beat me, and then he would have to face Doug, who would beat him, and then I would have to face Doug, and I would beat him, and it was ridiculous. It was one of those.
But this last year, I just whooped them on both your
Oh
ends.
my God. That's the truth. I'm giving him props because I was frustrated. I was like, oh man, all those years, and then I cannot. That's probably excuses.
Like, I whooped y'all's asses so bad we never played again.
Yeah, we haven't played in a long time.
We did like 2 hours worth of like drafting stables and stuff, and I just embarrassed you guys and you didn't want to play again.
Like, screw this.
I think I beat Doug like one match. That was about it.
And what's really irritated me, for whatever reason, I don't know if I just got a bad internet plan or what, but I cannot stream on Twitch
Yeah, they
from
kept
my
on
home.
kicking you out.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like, whenever I try and do it from my PlayStation, it's saying, oh, there's not enough memory or not enough internet connection. The connection is too weak. I'm like, I can play online. I can stream Netflix and all that. Why can't I stream on Twitch?
I don't know.
I don't get it.
Well, your upload's different from your download speed, so I don't know if you have like a different.
Perhaps. Who knows?
Maybe your like tier is like I don't know how it works.
Yeah. But anyways, be on the lookout for WWE 2K16 gameplay from us.
Yeah.
Should be a lot of fun.
I was about to say, I know this is the beginning of it, so I might as well throw it out since we're talking about it.
Yeah.
I guess. So there's some more information. I don't know how true it is, but there was a website that showed there was 2 extra characters. Honky Tonk Man.
The Honky
and then
Tonk Man.
Sensational Sherry as a manager. But then I also read that the season pass, because it got leaked, the season pass, that's for everything, like showcase mode and stuff. There's going to be 30 more characters, which they didn't say who it is, but they said it's from NXT, from Legends to Hall of Famer Legends to NXT. So, because that first one I was reading, I was like, oh man, more like extra skins. Like last year, we got 3 Randy Ortons and 2 Sheamuses, 3
4
Mark
Canes this year.
4 Canes.
You get Corporate Kane and all of the Demon Canes.
Yeah. I saw that video.
Should be interesting. But we're not getting 4.
That was skins.
Yeah,
that's
we're getting skins, not characters.
But they also said NXT, so that's pretty cool. Some more NXT. So look forward to, more characters. But I don't know. They're focused on, the showcase mode is about Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling that there's going to be some more storylines that they're just not mentioning.
I'm sure
that's
there will
just the
be.
main focus because of Stone Cold.
Right.
Because last year, I think it came with off the bat, like not DLC, but 2 storylines, and then after that, there's 2 DLC storylines, 2 showcase modes.
One was like Ultimate Warrior, I think, and another one was like CM Punk.
No.
And Christian and Mark Henry.
Yeah, you're right. CM Punk and John Cena stuff.
Yeah.
And other like CM Punk and Del Rio and stuff like that too. So
I'm sure they'll have stuff like that.
But it's just the focus right now on Stone Cold. That's why they're only mentioning that.
Right.
Now, how cool would that be as like another like mode is like it's just NXT guys, like here's Kevin Owens.
Maybe.
Whole thing. That'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah, pretty sweet indeed. So be on the lookout for that. And I want to do something for our YouTube channel because, I wanted to hype up some more content on our YouTube channel. So for anyone who's listening to the show who plays WWE 2K15 or 16, if you have any clips, some video clips, some glitches, bloopers,
we came
fails,
into some glitches.
Yeah, anything like that. I want you guys to send it our way. Let us know how we can get it. I know we have an email account, podcastcrew@yahoo.com, but we've never really utilized it. So this could be a way for people to send it in to us. Hey, check out this fail, and I'd like to put like a compilation of stuff like that.
I don't know about Xbox One, but I have a PS4, and I love that feature that some glitches happen, you have it recorded. All you do is press that one button. I love that, so you can get screen captured or video saved and stuff. I'm like, that's perfect. People will now see this glitch easily.
It makes it very simple.
Yeah.
But one of the things that, again, I don't know what the deal is. I tried to upload a video of a goal that I made in Rocket League, and every time I've tried, it's like cannot upload.
So sick of hearing people talk about Rocket League. I don't give a fuck about soccer. I don't give a fuck about cars. I don't give a fuck about car soccer.
Hey, it's a fun game.
It's not a real sport.
It's a fun game though.
Wrestling's a real sport.
Biggest sport I ever heard of.
Because those people would die in those cars.
It's borderline monster trucks. So
Care about
If that was real people, they would die in those vehicles
Hey,
because they crash.
what kind of phone do you have?
I have the Galaxy 5.
You gonna get that fucking Samsung Gear VR?
I haven't heard what's the details on that.
I'm considering maybe changing from iPhone just to fucking get this. Like you can get.
What's the details?
I think you have to get the S6 or the S6 Edge for it to work. I think it only works with the 6, but for like $100, you can get the Samsung's VR, Samsung Gear VR.
Ooh.
Like you can buy the headset for $100. You put your phone as the screen. The headset splits it, and like for $100 you get like the VR thing, like with your phone. Like they have the headgear, but you use the phone as it has to be a 6, but like it uses it on like the gear, and like it's basically just the apparatus with your phone as like the VR. But for like $100 over the price of your phone, I would have to buy a Samsung. I don't have a Samsung. Like, I'm in the Apple ecosystem, so I was considering like, are you happy with your shit?
Yeah,
because I'm really interested about this Samsung Gear. I mean, next year PlayStation will have their shit out, and all whoever else is going to come out next year. But I don't know. This is dropping.
Now.
This is like the end of this month. You can get it for like $100.
I'm gonna do some research on that. I haven't heard anything about that.
I kind of want to. I'm considering maybe. I don't know. How about you upgrade your phone? You pay the $100, and then if it's fucking cool, then I'll switch from iPhone to the Galaxy.
I'll see about that.
That's a deal, man.
You gotta upgrade sooner or later anyway.
That's true.
And just get the $100.
You upgrade all the
that.
time.
Upgrade all the time. I'll look into it.
Just let me play with yours, and if it's fucking cool, then I'll switch.
Yeah.
And if I don't like it and you don't like it, it's like, Tyler, you're screwed because you just got this stupid
you only
thing.
You only lose $100. I lose like $800.
Ooh. Oh yeah, because you don't do the.
Well, I don't upgrade because I have unlimited data and I ain't fucking changing my plan.
He's a smart guy.
I'm that fucking guy who will buy his phone outright until
he is a smart guy. I found out about.
I thought they canceled that.
I got unlimited data.
He's grandfathered in. He didn't do a new contract.
I haven't changed my plan or anything.
Smart
in
man
like
there.
years.
Well, he still has to pay for it outright, but you can have that plan where you don't have to pay. If you don't have that money there, you can just make payments.
It's cheaper for me to buy a phone outright every year, or however often,
to pay for the data
than to pay
charges.
for the data that I incur every month.
Oh my gosh! I wish I would have done that. I regret. I found out they do have unlimited data still for Verizon, but only for companies.
Yeah. That's so stupid.
Not just
Smart man there. God, I'm so jealous of him, man. I wish I had
I'll
that.
just buy that fucking phone. They're like, yo, you got to upgrade. I was like, don't even fucking talk to me about that upgrade. You sold me this phone for full price and you shut your fucking mouth.
Take my damn money now.
I would love to be in the store with you saying those exact words.
I don't say that. I'm a nice guy. They're just trying to do their job, but I'm very like,
Shut the hell up.
Whenever
Take my
I go
money.
in, I was like,
Give me this phone.
They're like, what can I help you with? I was like, I'm buying that phone. I'm paying full price. I'm not using the upgrade before they even say anything. They're like, because they're going to be like, well, let's check and see if you're eligible. I was like, don't put a fucking upgrade on my account. Because if you fuck this, I'm canceling my shit today and I'm going somewhere else.
I'm going to pay full price and you're going to suck my dick.
Wow.
Wow, that's a bit excessive.
That's borderline harassment right there.
I just want my unlimited data. You think these people owe you
Head.
Wow. Real that's
I know you freaky white ass and wanted head.
Sorry.
Anyways.
So I'll get back to you on that VR thing. I'm going to do some research.
It comes out the end of this month, so hurry the fuck up. I need to know.
Okay.
I need to know.
But speaking of, have you guys heard about the Pokemon Go? That's gonna be.
I saw the trailer.
Oh, speaking of, have you heard this about this Pokemon butts shit?
What?
I'm sorry, I
Butts?
listen to a lot of fucking
Pokemon
podcasts.
butts?
Like there are
Butts?
these like Pokemon like butt action figures. I think it's in Japan, but still, I was like, I don't know. You guys are Pokemon. I don't know what the fuck about anything about Pokemon. You guys are the Pokemon dudes.
Yeah, but I didn't know about their
I don't know
butts.
anything
They're
about
like
butts.
some like collectible Pokemon butts.
Butts.
Hey, some of them don't have butts.
Look, man, Google Pokemon butts, and then you can see for yourself.
I'm not googling
Google it.
Pokemon butts.
Daniel,
I'm not
Google
going
it.
to Google
I wanna
Pokemon
see
butts.
this.
That is not going on my search
Okay,
history.
people on the podcast, check this out. We want to see what Pokemon. I'm gonna look it up right now.
All right, you look it up.
Look up Pokemon butts.
Well,
I bet
Tyler-
he's trying to trick me or something.
Tyler, do you have any interest in this Pokemon Go?
I'll give
Is
it a
this
shot.
augmented reality thing?
Yeah,
No, I don't.
to where
care
you
about
can like go
Pokemon.
to the park and catch Pokemon on your phone.
If it was something other than Pokemon, I might be into it, but I don't care about Pokemon.
Hey, it's a legit thing. Pokemon butts go and sell a Japanese Pokemon Center.
I fucking told you.
It's so strange.
The guy who doesn't know anything about Pokemon is going to make it Pokemon butts? Come on. Come on. That's not how I roll.
Give me pictures. Boxers and briefs? What? I gotta let the well, yeah, see? Look. Oh, these are Oh, they have boxers and briefs. They have change purses. They have
some
tote
of them
bags.
are just like what do you call them?
Figures.
No, but there's like little
Plushie?
like a plushie butts or whatever.
Wow.
What's going on here?
I'm serious. I'm not making this up.
No, it's legit. I mean,
It's just strange that it's legit.
yeah. The latest Pokemon merchandise trend: Pokemon butts. Yeah, there's plushy butts.
Pokemon fans are fucking weird.
I wouldn't go far to get Pokemon butts, but I mean,
Anywho, let's dive into some feedback that we got. No, I don't need. No.
Pikachu boxers with a tail.
I don't need that.
I can see that. I'm more talking about like the action figure butts that they're putting out. I don't know about that.
You're getting that for Christmas.
No, I'm not. I'm not getting that.
Yeah, you are.
So a bit of feedback we have is from Hugh saying, hey guys, I hope you will check out Life is Strange, and camp was awesome. Can't wait for ACL tomorrow. 21 pilots will always kill it live.
Cool.
So really
Glad
cool
you liked the camp. It's
Yeah.
really fun.
I googled the game, but I think I did. I don't think I took the time to read it, so I probably should
Life is
see what it is.
Strange.
Okay, look it up.
Yeah, you look it up while we move on to the next bit of feedback, which is from Lindsay saying, first, you guys are awesome.
Thank you.
I've been following you guys since I had Facebook in 2011. Now I'm on Twitter. I get more info, but the New Day, they should keep them together because if WWE split them up, I see them jobbing matches and one of them getting a push, which they think is best for business. There's wrestlers that have been there for the longest and never had a world title run, which I think is not fair, but you can't put it all on WWE because some of them might not like the tools as champ. And Eva Marie, with a little work, I think she can make it. The Divas division is better than ever, and I think Natty should have a title run. She's a heart, and I think that legacy push as a great champion like her grandfather and uncles. But my girl is Sasha Banks. She's my top diva. Thanks, guys, and keep on doing the podcast.
Thank you, Lindsay.
Yeah.
Sasha's my girl too.
Appreciate it. So that'll do it for the feedback.
I think Sasha's everybody's girl.
Yeah. I mean, the fans are obviously
Can you imagine
behind
not
her.
liking Sasha? I don't know. Who
Did you-
doesn't like Sasha?
Did you see that video online? I don't know if it was a Vine or I think it was a Vine where New Day is playing the new Guitar Hero and Sasha Banks is like on the drums, Big E singing, and Kofi and Xavier are playing the guitar.
I have not.
I saw a picture of it, but I didn't see the Vine.
I mean, there wasn't too much it wasn't that funny. It's just them playing it, but it was still cool.
Well, I think it came from the new rock band. They
new
brought
rock
it-
band, okay.
They brought it to the studio to sort of probably get some pub out of like showing people play.
Sorry, I said Guitar Hero. Sorry.
And keep it tight.
And maybe it is Guitar Hero.
Are they both coming back?
They're both coming back, yeah.
Whichever
Guitar Hero
one of the-
Live and Rock Band 4.
Rock Band has all the other stuff. Guitar Hero is just guitars.
No, they've branched out as well.
I don't know my shit. Sorry.
I was like, "Hey man, don't say shit," and then I was like, "Oh wait."
I feel
This
free.
is the radio show.
I
This is
can
the
say
podcast.
what the fuck I want. I'm
Yes,
free.
pretty much. So, yeah, where were we going with that? Butts, Sasha Banks, and Vines. So,
We're steering away from Pokemon butts.
I know. I know we saw Doug saw the video of Big E almost getting into an altercation with a child,
Yeah, that was pretty great.
and the full video of the New Day cutting just a 17-minute long.
That was ridiculous. To me, that kind of got a little old. I mean, I still have love for him, but I was like, because to me, a lot of stuff they said was random. And I don't get me wrong, I like random stuff, but I felt like that was too long for me.
It was a long time, and I was kind of wondering if they were going to break character, but they kept going and kept going and kept going. I showed it to Kelsey while we were laying in bed one night, and she was cracking up laughing. Like there were definite lulls because it's like, wow, it is still going on.
Well, they could cut that like however they wanted to. They were probably just like they're still rolling, so we're gonna keep going.
Yeah.
It's sort of to me more that it was good. It was like more impressive that they were able to keep going for that long to like react like spontaneously and like find a way to keep it going for so long.
Yeah, and that video was actually edited and posted on their YouTube channel like a couple of weeks prior, and it was only like a minute and a half long.
Right.
So that was just the full unedited version of it, which is insane. I cracked up when Mark Henry was walking through. Yeah. But it was really good. So, but yeah, thanks everyone for the feedback. Time to move into Raw as we get 1 week closer to Hell in a Cell. It feels, I'll be honest, I thought it was a lot closer than it is. It's actually 3 weeks away.
Oh, okay.
From Hell in a Cell. So these guys, they've got a long way. It feels like it's got a long way to go. We kick things off with Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman coming out.
Probably because like the frequency that they're doing these network specials makes it feel like something's always around the corner. So maybe that's why you felt like you were closer to it. Like,
yeah,
we just had MSG, gonna have NXT coming up Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's like one of these a week, or
Yeah, and so Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman come out talking about what happened at Madison Square Garden, what's going to happen at Hell in a Cell, Big Cell, all that good stuff. Then the Big Show comes out, talks a little trash, and gets under the skin of Brock Lesnar, which the way he did it, I'm not buying, but I felt it was poor writing, and Brock Lesnar just, delivers an F5 to Big Show and goes away. But for Lesnar to shake off what Big Show was saying, and then Big Show was like, "Oh yeah, I can't wait to see you lose," and he's like, "Haha, yeah, whatever, I'm out of here." And then he says, "Again," like that's supposed to be the boiling point. That's supposed to set off Brock Lesnar.
Well, I guess in theory, it's like, hey, like, oh, I think you're gonna lose. And he's like, yeah, whatever, I'm not gonna lose. But then he's trying to say that double schmozzy bullshit finish they did was a loss for Lesnar,
right?
Which I guess is how it did go down in the record books.
Yeah,
but
I didn't lose.
Yeah, so I guess there's a difference of saying, hey, I think you're gonna lose, and like, oh, hey, that match that you thought you won, you actually lost. Yeah. I see where they're going with it. I didn't have as much problem with it as you. It's a little bit stale. It's a little bit too routine with Lesnar and Heyman at this point. It's like they're doing their paint by numbers like thing. So I could get like, you're like, this didn't wow me, but I didn't necessarily have a problem with how it was laid out.
Yeah.
So now they're going to focus on Undertaker.
Yeah. And are we going to even see Undertaker? That's the question. Like, this build is kind of odd because they made the announcement at Night of Champions with no interaction.
What's so funny is I kind of felt like maybe it's just us, but I know a lot of people were probably like, what? When that first thing came, like, this is so strange. They announced it.
This is how you make your announcement?
Yeah.
Like, there's no altercation between the two of them. There's no interaction. It's just, oh, hey, by the way, at Hell in a Cell, these two are going to fight.
I don't know. I kind of feel like I want to get past this.
Yeah, I agree. I'm really glad that they decided to have it at Hell in a Cell as opposed to holding it off till WrestleMania, which I think was the initial plan. So, yeah, whatever. But after that, we got to see a 6-man tag match between Randy Orton, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and the Wyatt family. And what did you guys think about this matchup?
I mean, I thought it was just there.
Yeah.
I thought this Raw was pretty blah until like the last 30 minutes or so. So all the good shit came from surprise, Rusev and the New Day. Like all the good shit on Raw came from those dudes again.
Yeah.
And that was all like your last 30 minutes. So, man, I don't know. The product is really stale right now.
Yeah.
There is not a lot of effort into mixing this shit up. Just watching MSG show and then watching Raw, it was just same dudes wrestle. And I'm not someone with a short attention span. I'm not the guy. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are the same guys wrestling the same guys way too often these days. But I'm not the same type of person who has such a short attention span that I can't handle like a few weeks, like a pay-per-view cycle of the guys wrestling each other the same. They're having the same fucking matches.
Same spots and same everything.
Yeah, like mix it up a little, guys. Like, and I don't even know that goes like wholly on the wrestlers. There's fucking agents and whoever's laying this shit out. Just guys, I don't know, man. I feel right now, I think how like, do you remember like just right before the network dropped and everyone was so fucking bummed out on the product? Everyone's like, this shit is fucking stale. All this shit is garbage. Like right before the network dropped. That's how I felt now. I was like, man, everything on this is the same old fucking shit.
Yeah.
Like this is still.
Yep. Absolutely, it is, and it's showing in the ratings. The ratings have plummeted, and Vince McMahon is not happy about it. But he's relying on Brock Lesnar appearing on Raw to drive the ratings up. Like that's not going to do it.
We've already seen that Brock doesn't push the numbers on TV.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you got to have the action. You've got to have the excitement. Where's all of that?
There are no fucking stars. There are exactly 2 stars, and it's John Cena and Brock Lesnar, and maybe you want to count The Undertaker, but he's not fucking there, so it doesn't matter anymore.
Mm-hmm.
There are exactly 2 fucking stars, and every time you try or you act like you're gonna make a new star, you fucking cut their legs out from underneath them, and then we do the same old shit with somebody else.
And then they wonder why it's not working, and
then these guys who are trying to even get to the point where they could get their legs cut out eventually from them. Like the storytelling is so like incoherent and so bullshit that you can't even get to the point where you can almost make a star and then and fumble it that way. Like you're fumbling before you even get to that point on most people. I don't know.
Yeah.
So the people who are able to overcome all that bullshit get their legs cut out because they're scared that someone got too popular or more popular than they're supposed to be at a certain point. Instead of just, I mean, it's actually fucking shocking. And I'm not really jumping ahead, but like, it's really the only eventful thing that happened on Raw. It's actually fucking shocking that they seem like they're going to run with this New Day shit. Like,
yeah,
they've let them run, but they let them run like as comedy characters. But it seems like they're going to let them run with a little edge.
They took a turn this week.
Yeah.
I think there's room to have an edge, and then they can still fall back on the goofy shit and just get like edgy when they need to. I don't think it has to be a strict, we're totally serious now thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think it could be like, basically like Stephanie punked them, and then last week Cena said, "Hey guys, get fucking serious." So they're like, now everyone thinks we're a fucking joke. We're not a fucking joke.
Yeah.
So I think like, I don't know. I'm shocked that they let them do that. I don't know.
I was pretty shocked as well, seeing the names that they took out, that were laying in the ring whenever Raw went off the air.
They took out Cena, Ziggler, and the Dudleys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's 4 people. Not only are those like what they consider upper echelon guys, but those are like outnumbered upper echelon guys.
You got the Dudley Boys, surefire Hall of Famers in any
same with Cena,
any promotion. Yeah, and you've got Ziggler, who is the internet darling of the rest of the WWE, and these guys took him out, which is impressive.
What I thought they were going to put the belt on whoever. My idea with the rumor of Cena taking this time off, the 6 weeks or whatever, whenever it's coming, I believe maybe he'll drop the title.
I think I saw end of November and December is when he'll be out.
Time off?
Personal reasons.
Yeah, that's all that is known about, is that he's taking personal
he
time off.
He might just ask for time off.
Yeah. Just burn out.
Well, I thought it was going to be sooner than that. And I thought he was going to drop the title here and then go away. But
That's
I
what
guess
I was thinking.
He'll probably drop
months?
it at the pay-per-view or whatever.
Probably
6 weeks.
6 weeks.
They couldn't fucking make it 6 months without Cena.
What's before TLC? Survivor Series?
Well, Survivor Series is November, and then TLC is December.
Okay. I would probably think at Survivor Series he'll drop. Because they'll probably have it like midway through, and then he'll get his rematch like on Raw the next week.
That seems late, though, if he's going to take that time off.
Well, that's what I heard. From my understanding, he's going to be taking time off late November or early December.
Oh, I thought he was coming back in December. I thought he was taking off October and November.
Oh, that might be.
That's why I thought they were going to put the title on whoever answered the challenge.
Yeah.
And so that's why I was like, ooh, who are they going to have answer and who are they going to put the belt on? And then when New Day came out, I was like, oh, this is fucking cool. I'm into this.
Yeah.
And I was even more into it that they picked like Big E as like clearly the guy they were going to let be like a singles guy with the group. And I was like, okay, this is fucking good. Big E's good. This could be cool. And plus, supposedly like Cena like is high on Big E and like they work out together and shit or whatever. So I can say, oh, Cena's going to do the job for Big E and put him over clean here. But it didn't happen. But it's almost better this way because they could have got like a fluky comedy win and then Big E would have a title, but now they have like a more menacing group that like, hey, we're not fucking jokes. We'll get serious on you.
We're here to have fun, but
what if they do a thing where like Big E wins the title, but they're all still switching the titles?
Well, that's what they said. That's how they talk about it. They're like, we are gonna be the United States champion. Like we are the tag.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I mean, but if you're looking at it from a stable, like a roster of a stable, they see Big E as the single star, and they see Kofi and Xavier as the tag guys, or the
which works.
Yeah. I mean, Big E's the better wrestler, I think, of the three, but and he's got the same charisma that they all have. So
yeah, he's creepy and all that. So
See what I did there?
yeah, I mean, yeah, like you said, Raw was pretty passable. I actually,
I was into the Rusev Summers though.
yeah, I mean, I missed Sheamus versus Neville, and then the Kane Rollins segment in the ring, and apparently Natalya versus Paige as well.
You didn't miss much.
That's what I've been hearing. Like it's there's oh yeah, cool. That's great and all that Paige and Natalya are facing, but from my understanding, the crowd was sort of split for Paige, and it's just.
I mean, I guess you guys didn't see MSG, but like they teamed them up on fucking MSG because like either, I guess that didn't happen on Raw, but either like Paige is either fucking with them or not. Like they already did like the where we hate each other shit.
Yeah.
Then they keep tagging her. They didn't do it on Raw, but they did it on MSG. They tagged her right back up with them versus Bad. It's like, what the fuck? Like they've
And
had
then
this
Charlotte
out twice
and
already.
Becky walked out on her.
Yeah.
And then she had a backstage segment where she was like playing innocent. Like, well, I didn't do anything to deserve that. Why would they do that?
Yeah, like what? I don't know.
It's nuts. But Sheamus ends up defeating Neville after Barrett distracted him. So it looks like we might. I don't know. Do you think we're going to be getting the team of Sheamus and Barrett?
I don't know. Okay.
I can probably more see like a Barrett Neville thing than like Sheamus is probably moving on, and it's more like going to be a Barrett Neville thing.
And then Kane announced that
because Barrett sort of focused on Neville, like talking shit on him like beforehand.
Yeah, they had a short feud prior to, and that was like that led up to the King of the Ring actually. But then it was announced that Kane is going to be Seth Rollins' opponent for Hell in a Cell. Shocker of the year, I know.
Look, I know that the main event is Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker, and that's what you're saying is going to sell the special event.
Yeah.
The problem with that is Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker aren't on my fucking TV every week, and Kane and Seth Rollins are. So that is so you're saying, yes, this is what's selling our special event is Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker, but what I get ad nauseum for several hours a week is fucking Kane, and I can't fucking take it. Like, that's what's driving your TV is Kane, and I cannot fucking take any more Kane.
Yeah.
I just can't take it. No more Kane, please. No more Kane.
You can't stand both Kanes? Or just one?
Neither.
And the tag match between them and
Joseph Park, give me that all day.
well, the tag match that they had between where it was Kane teaming up with Rollins going up against the Dudley Boys, it was so cartoony. It was so campy. I couldn't get into it. I didn't like it. The fact that Rollins just pulls handcuffs out of nowhere and slaps them on Kane's wrist and handcuffs him. Then
Big ass handcuffs.
Then they break. So he's like, oh, I landed on my bad leg. I got to go to the back now. Help me back there. And he does a little fake smile or whatever. And then he comes out as Demon Kane. And it's just.
He has no recollection.
Come on.
Of that.
I get in theory they're saying this is a easy title feud for Raw. They're not going to put the belt on Kane, obviously.
No, obviously.
So they're saying this is a give me for Seth Rollins. He gets more time as champ. He gets a win over somebody, and we're not relying on him to draw because we're relying on Lesnar and Taker to draw.
Yeah.
But I still have to sit through that shit every week.
Yeah,
it's like just because it's helping build a little title reign for Seth Rollins doesn't mean it's fucking good.
Yeah.
Oh God, it's so bad.
Mm-hmm. And did you guys see that this is like Seth Rollins' title reign is like it's in the record books as like one of the longest first time reigns. Like of all the people who have held the title for the very first time,
their first run.
His is like 5th or something like that currently.
Oh, wow.
Which is pretty impressive. Like he's held the title since Mania, so
yeah,
good for him, I guess. I mean, they haven't done a very good job as far as selling him.
How do you see the Sheamus thing blowing out? Like, when do you think Sheamus cashes in? We don't have anything else to fucking talk about. This Raw was dog shit.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, does he even win it when he cashes in? That's the thing that I'm worried about, because it's like
I don't know. I kind of feel like he won't be another one who fails.
I feel the opposite, because they haven't built him up at all.
They never do though. That's their thing.
I know,
is
but
this guy can't catch a win
until
he wins the title.
But even then, okay, say he wins it, is he going to be like a viable champion? I mean, for God's sake,
ever?
Well, some of them, yeah.
Okay, so
to a point,
they're planning to do Triple H, Seth Rollins.
Well, that's the word.
That's the word.
They're clearly building to it with the way they're being a dick to him, all the time. Which is weird, because they're a dick, they're heels to everybody else, but to him, they turn on him, which is fucking weird.
Yeah.
And it's the only thing
you're the man, aren't you?
The only thing you can point to is the time he was like, "I'm the fucking man," and it's just weird. I don't know.
It's ridiculous.
Unless that's around Sheamus is when he's gonna cash in. I don't know.
Sheamus is clearly like a transitional champion. I don't see him as someone you can build around. So,
that's why I thought at Night of Champions, Sting was going to get the win, and then Sheamus was going to cash in on Sting. But I don't know.
Who knows, man?
Either way, I can see Sheamus losing. He'll cash in and lose to whoever beats Rollins, because it has to be a face that he beats. I mean, it's almost a given, unless he cashes in on Rollins and turns Rollins face.
Yeah, man, I can see them turning Rollins face, but I actually think he works better as a face. But I don't know, man. It's just, do we pull the trigger on Roman before then, or is that where we're heading?
I don't know, man.
To me, I feel like that's in my head
he's
logical.
He's clearly
choice.
the number two baby face, because when they had the breast cancer survivors out there, Cena on one side of Roman, they see him as number 2 face officially. Yeah. So,
but as far as position on the card, Roman, he's not being built up enough.
Well, I think they don't have too much to do with. When he finishes this whole Wyatt thing, then they can go up.
The Roman Wyatt stuff is as prominent on anything as anything else on the card, other than the title and the Lesnar stuff.
It's been a long-standing rivalry that's going on, at least, and they're building it somewhat well. I feel like because it's been announced that it's going to be a Hell in a Cell match between Roman and Wyatt, so these two are going to have to go to war with Roman standing tall in order for me to even consider being that upper tier level.
Well, he's definitely going to win, because Wyatt doesn't win any fucking matches.
No shit. It's just, and that's another thing. One of those guys who got built up only to be torn down, have the legs cut out from under him. But I don't know.
Do you think that with Cena gone, they will push Ambrose on his own? They'll be a little light on the babyface side, especially if they don't turn Seth. They're definitely light on the babyface side.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they didn't this whole time. I felt that they paired him up with Roman to help elevate Roman.
Well, they paired him up with Roman so the crowd would stop hating on Roman. Yeah, he was basically like this guy by osmosis thing.
Right. It was oh yeah, remember the good old days of the Shield? We're still that. We're still the guys who cheer.
Brothers.
We, as in him, as in me and Roman.
I don't trust any outsiders.
Yeah. So
put it to you like this. Let me ask you guys this. Who do you guys see as champ Royal Rumble time?
Oh, God, that's way too far.
It's not really though.
No, it is. In the world of WWE, where currently 3 weeks feels like a eternity to me. Oh God.
That's just because they're pumping up the content with like the MSG show and
Yeah.
I would like to see Dean as the champ.
I'm gonna say Roman.
Yeah.
I'll say Roman. I don't know why.
Do you think like he is champion at close of show, like he wins it at Rumble, or who goes into Rumble?
Either or.
Is
Either or.
your question? Oh.
My point is I can't see Rollins making it out of this year's champ. But I also can't see Sheamus running with the belt either. And it looks like unless Cena's gonna come back from time away after dropping the US strap and get the main title back, I can't see another person other than Roman. It's got to be Roman or Cena.
Anyone but you, man. Yeah, dude, I don't. Man, that upper tier level is so light. You got Cena or that's it.
Cena or
Randy Orton. Like even as long as Rollins has held the title, I don't feel that he is in that upper tier. Like I feel.
It's booking though because he started as a chicken shit hill.
Yeah, and he had J&J, he had Kane, he had Triple H and Stephanie behind him, and then he sort of just faded out of that, and now he's with the Authority, but they're not with him, and it's just
they're just trying to pump him up.
Well, he did have to get away from them. It was almost as stale as it is now.
Yeah.
Then and he had to transition past it, but.
Bring J&J back.
It's not so much like we can point to this or that is specifically the problem. It's just like the whole thing is the problem right now.
It's just, I don't know, like maybe it's oversaturation. I know they're stuck doing 3 hours, but I would really like to see some different storylines, some different feuds of some kind.
What if USA wants like SmackDown to get 3 hours? Can you fucking imagine?
Oh, they're not going to.
No.
It's gonna be 2 hours. It's gonna stay 2 hours from.
I'm just saying. Can you imagine? What if they're pushing for more content? Because as much as we're talking about how like lame all this shit has been, they're still, even with their declining ratings, like still like A ratings get like in the
it's still a big
world.
draw.
Yeah, it's still like their numbers are impressive for TV, even though they're declining for like people that watch the product.
Yeah, I'm not liking the stories that they're telling. They hire soap opera writers to write about something that they know nothing about, as opposed to.
Let's not put this on writers because we know for a goddamn fact that nothing passes that Vince doesn't want to pass. We know for a goddamn fact that people pitch shit to Vince and Vince is like changes it. We know for a goddamn fact that they're rewriting shows as the show is happening sometimes because let's put this whole like phantom writer problem. Let's put it on like what is actually the problem. A senile old man is still running this company, and as much love and respect as I have for Vince McMahon Jr., his time is gone.
Yeah,
they gotta like power Stephanie and Trips gotta like power play him out. They gotta say, man, it's time to go home and call it a day.
And the thing is, like he's a workaholic. He's not gonna stop working until he's 6 feet underground.
Him and Kevin Dunn are still convinced that the shit they've been doing for the past 20 years is still the hotness, and it's fucking not. And people are just sick of it.
Yeah. So
seriously, let's call it out. Let's stop placing this blame on these phantom writers and start calling it what it really is. Is all this shit is touched by Vince,
right?
And he's so. As much as everyone has respect for Vince, and as much as he's done this, and as much as he changed the business into what it even is today, he's a fucking 80-year-old man or whatever, 70 whatever-year-old man. Like think about your 70-year-old grandpa. Does he know what the fuck is up?
Mm-hmm.
No, he doesn't. I mean, that don't mean you don't love him. It just means he's not with it anymore, man.
Right. He's got his routine. He's taking his naps. Good.
And Vince is livelier than your average 70-something-year-old grandpa, but still.
He'd walk in here and kick my ass.
He still works out, right?
He does.
I'm just saying, man, he doesn't. I mean, he's sold on the past, and he's not changing his ways, and someone has to make him change his ways.
Yeah, and then you look at the product like NXT, which granted it's only an hour a week, so they can plan out much further ahead and get much more intricate as far as, hey, here's where we want to go, here's how we want to get there, because it's only an hour, so they can be like, okay, 3 matches, boom, 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 good, God, you're out of here. But just the feel of it is so fresh. Similar to Lucha Underground. Maybe it's because it's more intimate. And like we've had the discussion before about certain crowds, because the crowd is the fuel to the fire. If you've got a dead crowd, it's not going to matter what kind of product you put out there because there's going to be no energy. The wrestlers aren't going to have the energy. The crowd's going to be sitting there with their hands on their whatever. Hands in their pockets. But, when it's more intimate, like at Full Sail, where they go on the regular, they know the stories, they know the characters, as opposed to, 8-year-old Timmy who loves wrestling, but he's got mom and dad there with him who have no idea what's going on. It makes a lot more difference.
Yeah, but that's not like a solvable problem. Like
no, it's not. But
there's no way that you can, like, this $1 billion company can be intimate,
right?
It just can't. That's just not how they run.
Mm-hmm. But it's just, God, they've got to do something. I mean, every time that they bring someone in from NXT, it's like, okay, maybe this is the time where they're gonna, put a rocket to their back and send them to the moon.
Bad, but I expect the worst when they come to the main roster.
Yeah,
and I shouldn't be that way, but I do feel that way,
and it's sad because these are some talented guys and girls who have wrestled for long periods of time to try and get to this point, and they get to this point, and it's all right. Well, hey, thanks for all your hard work. We'll take it from here. So you do what we say now. But I don't know what they've got to do, but they've got to do something, because they're going to end up losing hardcore fans. And once they lose those guys, it's going to be hard to recover, because you can have your casual fans. I know you're trying to build up. You're playing to the younger audience, and then we're starting to see a slightly maturing product as of late. They can say ass now. They can say certain things and talk a certain way now. So it's like, they went to this full-blown PG mode where we're talking poopy pants and butts. And, they did that for about 3 or 4 years to let the younger crowd get in, start to grow. And now we're starting to advance it a little bit. We're more of a, PG-13 mode right now. So I don't know if they're just rolling with this one generation of fans so that whenever they're adults, the product will be more adult friendly as opposed to kid friendly again, similar to the Attitude Era.
I mean, I'm not sold on that idea at all. I think it's all bullshit. Like the product is down because it's PG, or the product is somehow inferior because it's PG or whatever. Like, I'm not sold on that theory at all. I just think the fucking dudes running the place, fucking are sold on a formula that is 20 years old. And they are not fucking budging.
Dude, more like 30 years old as opposed to 20.
Yeah, probably so.
Because this time, 20 years ago, was 95.
Yeah, that's about right. This formula is probably like from 97 on. It's about the formula they use.
So, I don't know. They got to do something. But as far as Raw, we got to see Kevin Owens defeat Sin Cara in a quick match. Ryback tried to attack, and then Owen fled the scene. Dudley Boys defeated Rollins and Kane via disqualification, which, as soon as Kane left, the thought process in my mind is, why is Rollins still there? Okay, he's the heel. There's no implications if he loses this match. Take a count out. Get yourself disqualified or whatever.
He's the champion. He can do this.
Why is he doing that other than to stall to give time for Demon Kane to come out?
He's the man.
Yeah, whatever. The man who is supposed to protect his title. He's defending it in a few weeks. But anyways, anything really to take away from the matchup? No. All right. After that, at least the fans got something to cheer for. Sasha Banks and Team Bad going up against Team Bella, with Team Bad getting the victory on that. Anything? Nope. All right. After that, one of the moments that Doug has aforementioned, the Summer Rae segment dedicated to her Ruru. So Doug, I'll let you take it away on that.
Nah, it was just sort of like schlocky, like romancy angle stuff that we've been getting. But man, Rusev's a goddamn star. I don't care what anyone says. You know what? I could very easily see them turning, and I don't necessarily know how they get there, but I could see them turning Rusev face and Rusev working out just fine as a face.
Mm-hmm. Have Lana come back, pair up with Rusev.
I mean,
fans would cheer for him, and there's a rumor going around that maybe we'll get to see Ziggler face Cena a little bit later on and turn heel. So he and Summer Rae could pair up and then go up against Rusev and Lana being face. So, I don't know.
Yeah, Rusev is great. He's one of the very few highlights of the show every week.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got your New Day being awesome pretty much weekly.
We need some more team up between them.
Yeah, they were like the only team that like the person he's teamed up with that he didn't like get into it with. Because even like at MSG, he teamed up with Sheamus, and him and Sheamus got into it. Like he's a guy who they book as like not getting along with his partners, even if they're other heels. But like New Day was like the one team that he was like everyone was like broing down afterwards. They're like, all right, we got this. So I don't know. Yeah, Rusev's a star.
Yeah, and Summer Rae proposed to him with a giant ring. And did you notice how like she was shaking? She was so nervous.
She's not a bad little actress, like actor. Excuse me. I think that we just say actor now, not actress. But
that's what landed her that role in the Marine with the Miz.
I'm gonna say, man, I think Summer may get a bad rap. I mean, she's probably not the best worker in the world, but I think she gets sort of a bad rap as far as like a character. I'll tell you what, guys.
It's this guy over here.
Yeah.
What, because I call her a bird?
Yeah, I could be.
Or what? I mean, whatever.
Contributing factor.
Yeah,
well, I like calling her a bird.
I just think she gets a bad rap in general. I don't know. She's not that bad. She's actually sort of good.
I like the segments. I just like calling her a bird.
Y'all didn't see MSG, but like the tag match was built around this like body slamming spot, which was sort of like an old school thing. But like she was like mimicking this like on the outside. I mean, you probably even saw the gif of it if you didn't see the match. But like Rusev was just like body slamming twice, and then she did this like on the outside. She was miming. She was like, boom, boom. I don't know. It was just cool.
That's funny.
I don't know. Yeah, guys, Lana's not the star. It's Rusev. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is Rusev.
I'm serious. People think Lana's a star, but it's Rusev.
Well, they choose Lana because she's an attractive woman.
Sure, but I'm just saying everyone thinks she's a star, but Rusev's a star.
Yeah, Rusev is the star.
Is that not so secret?
But yeah, Summer Rae does propose. Rusev says yes, but not yet. I've got to win some. I've got to get some championship gold around my waist, and then you'll have a champion. You'll have a ring around your finger.
And we'll be worthy.
Yeah, we have to make sure that we're worthy. Which I love that. I thought that was great. He's saying, look, you know,
business first.
I dig you, but let's take care of business.
Did you think so? Because I thought he lingered. I thought for sure he was going to be like, I'm not over Lana. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And what's funny is that I read somewhere that Lana and Rusev are actually engaged now.
Well, he did the thing. He even said in his retort, he's like, when we first got together, I couldn't fucking stand you. Yeah. But now you're pretty all right.
I can tolerate you now, which is nice. So
let's get married.
So, but not yet.
They didn't. Supposedly Lana was back at TV, but they didn't use her. So I don't know. So maybe we'll get some.
We'll see her soon.
Some momentum with this stuff going.
Yeah. So and after that, we did get to see the U.S. Open Challenge, which was originally going to be accepted by Dolph Ziggler, but the New Day took care of business, took him out.
Showing a little edge.
Yeah, I was digging that.
Oh, this is a good segment.
Yeah, good matchup as well.
Matchup.
I didn't like the ending. I felt like it was too rushed. As soon as New Day got ejected, hey, here's a AA and you're done kind of thing. But what do you think about the matchup itself?
I thought it was fine. I buy the finish.
Yeah.
Because if you're not putting the belt on him then and there, I mean, it doesn't necessarily matter how else you're going to get out of it. Basically, the goal was to make them a little bit more menacing, a little bit more edge, and they accomplished that. So.
Absolutely, they did. Because as soon as the match was over, New Day attacked, and then Ziggler came out to try and make the save, accidentally super kicking John Cena. New Day takes him out. Then the Dudley Boys come out to try and make the save. New Day gets the one up on them as well. And then they deliver the big ending to Devon.
I'll tell you one thing. I thought that I thought there was a possibility that the Dudleys might have won the belts at MSG. Obviously, they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I still think it's possible, but I'm starting to think, at least I have some doubts at this point, that they take the belts at all. I can see what accomplishes. I mean, maybe you can say they got so over they don't need the belts, but there is at least some doubt in my mind at this point if the Dudleys take it at all. Even I guess that's a natural progression of the story, the payoff. But
I feel like there's going to be that tables match that's been floating around the internet lately. Like, oh, they got to have a tables match.
Well, they have to do it.
Yeah,
the whole thing's about fucking tables.
Yeah, and so I feel that match, New Day will come out on top.
I don't know. I feel like
as much as they don't want to use the tables,
right.
They want to save their titles more.
I feel like
the
Dudleys are going to win at Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Early prediction?
Yeah.
All right. So, all in all, Raw was kind of a crapshoot, but New Day stood tall, which is pretty interesting. So yeah, with that being said.
And now, Total Divas with Doug and Tyler. Mostly Doug.
No wonder people call you fat on Twitter.
Shut up!
I have to say, I feel like a real diva.
You are a grown-ass woman.
So, I went back to my parents' house today to watch Total Divas, but I'm actually skipping an episode because they didn't have the second to last episode on demand.
This is the finale?
This is the finale.
Oh,
They had that, so it was all right. So we're going to start with Paige. So it's pretty much the whole episode. She's freaking out because she don't want to marry this guy, Kevin. She don't want to lose him, but she's not ready for marriage. So what's funny is
But she let him fucking get a tattoo on his arm about getting married.
Yeah. So what's funny is like everyone knows that she's engaged and everyone's like fucking with her. They're like, hey, I heard that you're married, or I heard you're engaged and stuff. And she's like, no, because Big Show confronted her. Alicia Fox did, Rosa Mendez, like everybody was like confronting her and stuff. And they're like, why don't you do this? And like they're just giving her a hard time. And
like Daniel Bryan giving Ryback a hard time, or like
no, not like that. But no, one thing that cracked me up was that guy was backstage for one of the events, and Big Show was saying, "He's like, hey man, congrats!" Because after Big Show talked to her about talked to Paige later on, that Big Show was talking to the guy. I was like, "Yeah, congrats, man! I know she's very happy that y'all are engaged and stuff." And you should see the look on her face. But this episode turned out to be continued, so we'll find out next season what's all going to happen. But she was just panicking. She says after she gets back from Japan, I think, she was going to talk to him. But she was acting weird on their last date before she went out of the country. So that was pretty much it on that. So this episode also showed Tyson Kidd getting hurt when he got hurt from Samoa Joe. I mean, they didn't show the match, but they show him in the ring, and that was about it. And then they rushed him to the hospital and all that stuff, and Natalia's cried about that. And then she is going to get surgery herself because she's having, like, eye problems.
Mm-hmm.
She can't really see good. Or she can see good when it's just both her eyes. Like, if she puts, like, one hand over her other eye, it's like blurry and stuff like that. But it was like, cause you remember, I think there was a time where she was gone for a while, right? She just started coming back to TV.
Yeah, she's only been back the past couple of weeks, basically since Paige was like, "Where are you, Natty? Do you even still work?"
So that was the whole, I guess, surgery on her eyes and stuff.
Well, for a while she was only valeting Tyson and Cesaro, and then she even disappeared. Like when Tyson left, she was gone.
Whenever he got hurt, she was going through that stuff with her eyes. So I don't know how long that's been, but I don't think they showed her getting surgery. I know they showed like different time points and stuff. She was talking to her doctor. Her mom was there, and Tyson was there with like a neck brace and stuff like that. But I think they were saying that the day that Tyson was getting surgery, she was gonna have surgery too, but she didn't want to have surgery on the same day with him. And that's all I remember going down. Yeah, it was pretty bleh. Now, I guess the most memorable storyline of this episode was with Nikki and Dolph Ziggler, because he's on the show. But what they pretty much told him was like, apparently Nikki and Dolph Ziggler used to date. His name is Nick. I don't know his last name, but they were at a restaurant. I don't know. The episodes I've seen of this season, I don't remember. They said it, but every like moment like of this or what I've seen this season, the Bellas, their whole family, they always go out to eat. They are always talking. It's like the mom's there, the brother's there with his wife or girlfriend or whatever. The Bellas are there, Daniel Bryan's there and stuff like that.
Is John with them?
No, John's never with them. So they're at a restaurant. I don't know where they are.
Johnny Ace with them?
Huh?
Is Johnny Ace with them?
No, I don't see that either. No, yeah, no.
Hey, which John do you think is Big John? If you had to call one of them Big John, who would you think would qualify as Big John?
People power. He's Big John. How about that? John Laurinaitis.
Okay.
Man of the
I mean,
family.
Cena's bigger,
I know, but
but Johnny is older.
Big Johnny is going to bring you a new era of people power.
it's a bitch. I'm the man of the house. So they're at a restaurant and Dolph is there. And he shows up. They're like, what are the odds that he's there? And what's so funny, Daniel Bryan's like,
Hey, what do they call? Okay, I'm gonna cut you off. What do they call Johnny Ace as?
On that series?
Yeah. What do
They don't talk about it.
What do the Bellas call?
They don't talk about it.
They purposely don't talk about it. Like
I
they,
don't
like
hear
they
it.
think it's weird, or they just don't talk about it.
I've only seen 2 episodes for the season, so
It's not a sensitive subject.
it's not something that they bring
Oh
up.
yeah, it probably isn't on the season because this is.
I mean, I saw him on this episode, but that he was with Natalia when Tyson got hurt.
Okay.
He was backstage. But so they're eating and they're talking about stuff, and Dolph is sitting by Nikki, and they're talking about different stuff, and then all of a sudden,
Why are they eating together?
they were in the same town, and Dolph was at the same restaurant with them. And it was a little awkwardness, but they're like, oh, come sit with us. And I think it was him and his mom. And they had sat down with them and stuff. And I guess Dolph was flirting with Nikki and stuff. And like Daniel Bryan was
With
just
his
giving
mom?
the mom was there, but she wasn't saying nothing.
No, we're talking the Bella's mom, or we're talking Ziggler's mom.
That was there?
Yeah.
Both moms.
Okay, so he was flirting with Nikki with his mom there. That seems a little weird. Could you make a move on a chick with your mom there? Wouldn't you think that'd be weird?
Hey man, some people have that confidence. I don't know.
No. I mean, it's not a matter of confidence. It's just a little like, I don't know. Can you get in like sexual mode while you're having dinner with your mom around?
No. I can't do that.
That's
Apparently Daniel can.
That's the point I'm making.
Apparently Daniel can.
Can you add your 2 cents to this? Could you
Come
make
on,
a
Daniel,
move?
step up to the mic.
Could you make a move like with your mom there? Would you feel a little weird about it?
It would be extremely awkward.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he's flirting like he's flirting like ain't nothing fucking wrong with it with his mom there.
Yeah.
So I want to hear from the listeners on this one. That's a little fucking weird. can you make a move on a chick with your mom around? Or ladies, could you make a move on a dude with your mom around? Hey, you know what? I think it's probably more acceptable for a girl to make a move with her mom around than a. Okay, let's flip it. Let's do it. Ladies, could you make a move with your dad around? If you're a lady, then would you make a move on a guy with your dad around? And if you're a dude, would you make a move on a chick with your mom around? Did I screw that up? Or
No, you said it right.
Okay,
You said it right.
Yeah, I want to hear from the listeners on that. Because I think it's a little fucking weird. Myself. Okay, you said Brian was
Yeah,
Ziggler
Brian was like eyeballing Ziggler the whole time. What's so funny is they were different in this episode compared to the table with the three. It was kind of weird because they didn't show this, but hell, it ended up like because Brie gets a drink at the end. Like there's a surprise drink. Like a way it brings is like
So
what is this?
Everyone yells Brie mode, and actually Ziggler's the one who gets piled.
No.
Everyone yells Brie mode, but Johnny Ace is the one that's actually drunk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Primo.
What's the mom's name?
I don't know. Damn it, I don't know.
Give me a mom mood in Johnny Ace.
Mom mode.
Give me a dad mode as Johnny Ace.
Dad mode.
Give me stepdad mode.
Stepdad mode. For people power.
Just losing this shit.
Give me a stepdad power.
Stepdad power. Anything else? Anything else I can help with?
If Tyler comes across a scenario that I
Dog power.
feels the need to have you ad lib some lines, then
A-bear power.
There was a drink that was brought to Brie, but from what I understand, I think it was a drink that Dolph Ziggler before, I don't know if he showed up or whatever, that was supposed to be brought to Nikki, but Brian looks at it like, what the hell is this? And he goes, I guess you better drink that drink. Stuff.
So he didn't just say, "Oh no, that's supposed to be for Nikki." He was just like, "Oh, I guess you better take."
He saw. They all knew that it was supposed to be for Nikki, but they all looked like, what the hell? Like Brian was like eyeballing like Ziggler, and pretty much, Brie and Nikki like walk off and go talk somewhere, and they're like, what's going on? Why is Brie tells Nikki, is like, what is he doing here? He's like, well, he was here, and I thought we would just, because she was the one who brought him in. No, he was there, and she invited him to sit at the table. Was Nikki, not Brie.
So nobody was like, "Hey, you know you're dating John Cena, right?"
But from this whole episode, what they're trying to tell to everyone is, see, they dated on and off for 5 years, but Dolph Ziggler is friends with both of the Bellas.
But he was making a move.
Yeah.
But he knows.
But okay, he would.
So Ziggler was all like, or Nikki was all like, "I got him, man," and Ziggler was like,
"Well, Nikki doesn't see it as flirting; it's just as a friend." But Brie and Daniel Bryan are like, "Yeah, he's totally flirting with you and stuff like that." And
so Ziggler was all like, "What's your man got to do with me?" And then she was all like, "I got him, man," and then he was all like, "Not trying to hear that." See,
pretty much. No, seriously. And probably until like the end of the episode, but I'll get to that. And what's so funny is later on, after everyone left, it was both the Bellas. It was Daniel Bryan, the brother, and his wife or girlfriend, whatever. And they were both at the time. Both the Bellas, I don't know, they flipped the script because they were like, well, he was acting okay. He wasn't flirting that much. And Daniel Bryan said he was flirting, and the brother was like, yeah, what's his name, JJ? He's like, yeah, he was flirting with you. And he's like, see, that man knows what I'm talking about. So there's just many times where Dolph invited them to some pool or whatever. I don't know where, but like again, the whole family showed up. The mom, the brother, like they're all there and stuff. And I don't know, but Dolph was asking weird questions and stuff
Johnny
about
Ace
like.
there?
So, well, he started talking to Brie. Was like, let's start talking about babies. And that's when Brie's like, yeah, I do want a baby. And then she goes, how about you, Nikki? And then you know how like sometimes on like shows they like, even though they may be talking like pretty much like that quick, they add like a pause there was a pause for a while.
A hold for commercial kind of thing.
Sort of.
You guys didn't catch my Positive K reference. I even let it linger without saying it.
I didn't hear what.
What'd you say?
You guys no sold my Positive K reference. I even let it linger.
What was that?
When I did the hey, what your man got to do with me?
Again, with references, dude.
I know,
Come on.
I'm just pointing out another reference that you guys know sold.
Yeah, that went over. Sorry, it went over my head. But
I even let it linger just to make sure you guys weren't going to pick up on it.
Sorry.
No reference power.
Then Dolph Ziggler pretty much told him that was messed up because Nikki was saying she was happy with John and stuff like that because they got into all that stuff, and he was like, "Oh, that's pretty messed up." And he's like, "I know, like you want a husband and you want kids, and he's not gonna give you that and stuff." He hinting that he wanted to and all that stuff because they did it for on and off for like 5 years and stuff. And that was pretty much it on that part. And then there was awkwardness. And then later on, I think that they were backstage watching a match, and he came by and talked to Bellas, and he was pretty much flirting with Nikki and told her straight to her face, "I still have feelings for you." Then they went to go talk, and he pretty much said, I want to be, I can give you that. They broke up like after 5 years. They broke up because Dolph didn't want kids and didn't want to be a husband. But now all the time's passed, and he's like, "I'm matured, and I know I can give that to you and all that stuff." And then to be continued. Oh no, I skipped the part because there was one Nikki and John went to.
That's awful. I like that the point of Total Divas is just like showing like dudes that Nikki's been with who don't want like kids and don't want to be her husband. She's just like going down the list like,
yeah,
will you marry me and have kids with me?
No.
That's sad. Feel bad for Nikki.
But they did revisit him and.
But you can stay with me for the next 3 years, with me continuously not wanting to marry you or have children. With
well,
you.
Nikki, yeah, well, she goes to a restaurant with John, and she just brought up again. She goes, "Well, all my friends are having kids." She brought that stuff up to him again, and he's like, "We pretty much had this talk already.
Remember that contract you signed whenever you tried to move in with me?
We already had this conversation. I love you so much and all that stuff." And they had that conversation again, and just he said his piece, and then she was quiet the whole time.
Was she like, I just talked to Dolph Ziggler.
He put his bid out there. And
he's ready to put a ring on it. So
yeah, but pretty much Dolph was saying that was messed up about the whole John situation.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how like kayfabe do you think this whole Ziggler like back in her life thing is?
I think it's for the show, for sure. Like, how much from 1 to 10?
How scripted do you think this? On a scale of 1 to 10, how scripted is this whole like Ziggler is now making a play for Nikki thing on Total Divas?
8 or 9.
Wow, that much?
I don't believe a lot of stuff that goes on.
No, obviously the show is fake as fuck, but
yeah,
I'm just saying.
Maybe there was a thing that
there was probably a history,
yeah.
And then they said, "Well, let's turn that into something."
Well, the history is legit. They were like pictures of them, like
they showed it. They showed them, yeah. Because from my understanding, they both got together when they first started with the company. So
good for them.
I don't know.
All right.
But it was to be continued. That was the last thing of the show when he said, "I still have feelings for you." He's like, "I could be your, I could give you that. I could give you kids. I've changed." That's it.
But right after, like they put the two, he was like, "Psych."
I just wanted to break y'all up.
It's just so funny
because all
the stuff that we've seen. Because the stuff, like I said, the stuff with Daniel Bryan, like and Dolph Ziggler, like Daniel Bryan, like eyeballing, like what the hell is this dude doing here? And then we watched the thing with the Power of 3 or whatever for
Table for 3,
and then there's gonna be stuff with maybe John Cena and Dolph, like storyline wise, maybe.
I hope they break up and like they bring Ryback on Total Divas as Nikki's new love interest.
Let me tell you about this book I got.
Oh, that would be hilarious because Daniel Bryan would just give him shit the whole time on Total Divas.
Oh, dude, can you imagine? We talk about the weird family dynamic of like Nikki and John, and then Brie and Brian, and then Papa Ace with Mama Bella.
Mama Bella.
But can you imagine the family dynamic of like Ryback was with Nikki? Oh, okay.
Think of the dinners they would have.
I'm going to tell you how he got pink eye. He doesn't wash his hands after he takes a shit. Go on. Sorry.
I don't know. I was just gonna make some bullshit up. I don't know.
Girl, bye.
For this season.
Till next season.
Maybe. If they get
If
another
they do
season.
next season, I will be one episode behind, but I will cover it.
All right. Well, there you go. Good stuff. Thanks, Tyler. Thanks, Doug. That being said, it's time to go on to the Q&A portion of the show. Your questions, our answers. Only question up this week. Coming to us from Brian saying, hey, guys, really enjoyed the Mark Henry interview. One of my top favorites. And he seems like a genuinely great guy to talk to. But good news is the hype is real. Finally getting the chance to watch Lucha Underground from start to finish. And I'm hooked after the first 2 episodes. Pretty excited to see everything go down. That everyone has been praising for a while. The production is great and can't wait to see where the storylines go. There's even some chick licking everyone. What impressed you guys the most as the show began to get through the first handful of episodes? Keep up the great show, fellas.
Presentation.
Sorry, I just want to say how you said his name. You go, Brian. It reminded me of...
Dragon!
Yes, of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Charlie said that. So sorry, that was random. I just want to say
man?
The thing that hooked me initially was aesthetic and presentation.
How about you, Tyler? What got you hooked on Lucha?
Same thing with that, but also like the certain parts of matches.
Yeah.
Did like what was it? Like what was it? I think there was like Pentagon Jr. I like the stuff. I liked what was that?
Well, see, those guys weren't there in the first set of you jumped in late.
Oh yeah, I did jump in late.
So initially other than Mil Muertes, who was there from the start, the guys who the show felt like it centered around weren't there for the first set of tapings, and subsequently weren't on the first set of shows. No, and
when he did that, like the jump and stuff, like I know he did it twice, but like that thing, like off the thing, the cross body off the top right there. I mean, that wasn't like I was hooked before, but one of the things I was like, holy crap! And
I mean,
just all this stuff and storytelling wise and the grittiness.
Pentagon Jr., Aerostar, Drago, Phoenix. Those guys are big draws, but they don't come in right away. But you'll be not pleasantly surprised. You'll be like into them when they're there. They all sort of come in at the same time.
You know, I think
they come in the same match. Didn't like they bring them in by Conan's like, hey, I got these dudes from Mexico. They're fucking awesome. And he's like, and Cueto was like, yeah, let's see what they got. And they have like a 4-way the first night.
I would like for them to put that stuff on DVD because I would like to go back and watch the first few episodes because I don't think I saw them.
Mm-hmm. See, I was whenever the show first started, I want to say I watched the first couple of episodes.
But you weren't into it.
I was actually turned off. I was like, dude, this thing is so cheesy. It's so campy. But then, I heard more people talking about it, and I was like, okay, maybe I need to give it another shot. And I started watching it, and I loved the matches, and I started loving the presentation as cartoony as it was. That was something that was pretty appealing, actually. And
I don't know if cartoony is the right word for it. I wouldn't say cartoony. I would say camp is maybe you could say camp. I think it's very, to me, it's very like pulpy, very like grindhousey, very like exploitation movie-ish, like all those feel of those sort of not forgotten but sort of bygone genres of the past, like that have a little bit of grit to them. They sort of borrow a lot from that.
And I think
they
that's
killed someone in their series.
And I think that's what
2 people.
Yeah, I think that's what initially turned me off about it in the beginning, is because it wasn't what I was expecting. It's like you think, okay, wrestling is going to have a backstage segment, someone yelling into a microphone, oh, I'm going to kick your ass, blah, blah, blah. Well, no, it was completely different from that. It was, we're going to sit down in my office, talk about this, and have a match from there, and other stuff going on.
Into cocaine use.
Yeah.
It's very very Robert Rodriguez. It's what Robert Rodriguez would be involved with if he was involved with wrestling. It's has that feel. Like if you think about the type of movies that Rodriguez made, this presentation of wrestling borrows heavily from those sort of genres.
Yeah. But once I got back into it, I completely got hooked on, and I loved every bit of it. I DVR'd all of the shows and watched as much as I could.
I'd say production. We said aesthetic and presentation, but also production.
Yeah, production value is top notch. Really good stuff. Really loved it. But I hope you enjoy it as well. And thanks for the questions. Make sure to submit your questions on our YouTube channel, WNS Video. Also, our Facebook page, WNS Podcast. Check us out on WrestlingNewsSource.com and WrestlingNewsSource.com on Facebook. And subscribe to our show on iTunes by searching Wrestling News Source Podcast.
We're also on Beyond Pod, Stitcher, and Player.fm. Just search Wrestling News Source Podcast to find us.
At WNS Podcast, at WNS_Daniel, at Tyler_Aber.
There you go. So for the podcast crew, I am Daniel Herron.
I'm Tyler.
I'm Doug.
And we will catch you all next week.